everybody, my name is Cheri. Welcome to my stamp studio. I have a fun card for you today. I'm excited to make it for you. But before I do that, let me show you a couple of things that you may have missed. First off, if you like glitter, I have some glittery things for you. Aren't these beautiful? Two of my friends made those. This one's mine, so you can go watch this. We have such fun glitter paper, and at this time of year you can just mix and match them all together. It's a lot of fun to work with. So there's those. Then I have a free online class this October. The months go so quickly, I always have to take a second and think of what month it is. And it is featuring Sentimental Christmas. So you can go watch this and learn a little bit more about that class. So I was just going to show you a few things that I have made or my friends have made with the Sentimental Christmas paper. It's beautiful. So here's a couple. I think this was the very first card that I did when I got the holiday catalog order. So that's how much I love the paper. But you just purchase this week from me and then you get to do the free online class. I'll send you the stuff that you need in addition to the things that come in this week. And all the information is in my email or on my website. Then the paper that I'm using today, everything I'm using today is part of my online card club for October. See, I remembered what month it is. So if you go watch this one, this is the actual first project that they will can make in Card Club. So if you watch this video, it will explain everything about Card Club to you. So how many projects we do, at the auto bill, all that kind of stuff. It's super fun. Every month you get a half a pack of paper. Most months. I always clarify this time of year because sometimes December I switch it up a little bit just to do something different. But you get a half a pack of paper, a spool of ribbon, and a full package of embellishments, and then we make 6 cards together. There's 3 designs. So this is their first design. Then the other 2 only people in Card Club see. So here's some other things with the same paper. It's a really great pack of paper. It is called Regal Winter. This is one of my favorite ones because it has several pieces of the paper on it. I don't know why I have envelopes in here. So there's that one. And then I'm going to show you these 2 cards because in Card Club every month there is an add-on set, and this month it is Regal Flora, which is the bundle that they can add on. They can get the stamps or the dies. And one of the perks of Club is I pay shipping and handling and tax. So whatever it says in the catalog, that's what you pay. But then a lot of months, more often than not recently, it used to be like once a quarter, but I've started doing it more often, they can add on an additional set. So everybody in Card Club gets those videos and gets to see the tutorials. The people who add on the bonus bundle then get also the supplies to make those cards. Those we just do 2 of each card, so they get the supplies for 2 cards and 2 envelopes. So for this month, it's like the year. I love this stamp set. So here it is, mixed with the paper from Sentimental Christmas. So if you do the free online class as well, you could easily make this card. It's got that stuff mixed in with it. And then here it is, my girlfriend made this one. And this is mixed with the paper from Card Club this month, as will today's be. So let's do the light of the year. Here's the paper. If you haven't seen it up close, it's in some of my other videos so where you get a better look at it because I don't even have it all out. It's very pretty, gorgeous paper. And it's floral, but it's not, there's a couple pieces. I think it's kind of year-round. It's called Regal Winter, but I think it's kind of a year-round one. So for this card, so it's been a rough week around here, and I have been at either a people doctor or a pet doctor every single day, more than half my days. And yesterday we thought that we were going to lose our cat. She had emergency surgery. I still haven't heard back to today. Some people say stamping is therapy. Sometimes for me, stamping is a way to take my mind off of everything else. But yesterday when I was trying to create and she was in the midst of, is she going to pull through? And they kept calling. So I couldn't film because my phone is my camera. So I was trying to make this card. So let me just show you some of the things that will not appear on this card. And some of them may still be wet if I touch them because the technique I was trying was not working. But here is the lantern in Blackberry. Here's those were embossed in clear. This is embossed in white. Here they're embossed in clear, these pine cones, and I tried to color them. Here it's embossed in white. After a while, I almost gave up because I thought this card, you know, sometimes you just aren't creative. But eventually I settled on a card and I really like this one. So let's get going. It's very easy. You have this blue piece of paper, and my favorite part about the blue paper is the little highlights of yellow that kind of make it look like it's lit up, which is nice for the lantern. And then I have Smoky Slate. I probably tried 10 different colors of background paper because it was just one of those days. So this card took a really long time to come up with. Don't you love the way it plays off that? I'm not even sure that there's probably Smoky Slate in it. I think it may be Gray Granite, which is my favorite color, and that was where I had landed right before my final version. And then I just have some scraps. So I have some scraps of Blackberry, and I think I only ended up needing one. And then some Moonlight, and then some of the glimmer paper. So the first thing we're going to do will be where I ended on the other card, because I didn't clean all my stuff up. So we're going to emboss. And you know, when you buy our embossing powders, they come in sets. So you get, if you get the metallics, you will have copper, silver, and gold. So I'm using 2 colors on this, but it's not like you'd have to buy 2 separate things. And I still have all of them. I'm going to have to pay attention to what I picked up, because all the ones I attempted yesterday are still laying on my desk. I'm trying to get this done, filmed quickly, so I can have my phone back in case the vet calls. I need an update on how she's doing. So she's been deathfully sick, and it ended up that when they did surgery, they found that she had swallowed a whole entire one of her toys. So she had a whole ball in her stomach, which is not good for kittens. So I'm going to emboss this in gold. So it's the candle, and I'll heat them in a second. The nice thing about when you emboss is there's plenty of time to do a bunch of them and then heat them all, and it actually works better because once your heat tool is hot, then it even melts them quicker. So I have that one, and then I'm going to take, I used the larger lantern. There's 2 lanterns in this set, so I'm going to use the larger one. This is my Versamark pad. I did just try stamping in Versamark before I added the embossing, so there's a bunch of those that are in the trash. Some of them things I kept because I figured I could use them later on something else. I haven't done a series of what's on my desk for a while. I used to do that a lot because when you test things, you end up with a lot of stuff on your desk that you never used. So this one I'm going to do in silver, and I did that to kind of play off the gray that's in the paper. So this is how our embossing powder comes now. If you haven't bought it recently, they've changed suppliers, so it comes in these things. So now let's heat these up. When you emboss, it's better to just hold your tool over one spot, and then as you see it change colors, move it on. If you do the waving technique, then you can miss it and it will come off because it didn't melt. This way you can see it. Then once you think you have it everywhere, you don't want to overheat it because then it'll melt and go all flat and not be beautiful and shiny, but just kind of wave it around. You'll see if there's anything that looks a bit dusty, then it's not done. You can see now that my tool is hot, it melts really quickly. So there's those 2. And then this set, the dies have obviously the things that cut them out, and then it has this little leaf here, and I'm going to do it on the glimmer paper, and I'm going to cut 6 of these out. So let me run these through my die cut machine. Okay, these are all trimmed out. I couldn't remember if I pulled that one out of there. So let's stamp the inside of our card. I just pulled one of the sentiments. I think there's 3 in the set. I don't even know where I laid that. Oh, it's covered up under the cards. So I'm going to stamp my words in Misty Moonlight. And this says, wishing you peace, joy, and light. And then I'm going to use my Blackberry Bliss. And there's a bow in the set. It's a really pretty bow. Just add it to the top. There's a pine cone. There are pine boughs. There's a stamp. Oh, you probably can't see it. I don't remember where it may be in the trash. It's this one here, and it does actually look like it is one of the things on here, so we'll definitely use that when we do our projects for club. It was one of the millions of things that when you were messing around, it just kind of got taken off. So I'm going to put this on here. I'm just going to go ahead and stick it. I'm going to use my Seal Plus because I'm going to use my shimmer solution. So in Card Club, I don't know, it was earlier this summer, they all got the stuff too, with the same little jar that I have, and we've been shimmering lots of things together. So this is just an optional step. You can do it if you want, you don't have to. Add that there. And the next time I do a shimmer solution, I'll probably have to make a new one so I can stop referring everybody back, although the other one's just a great how-to. So it is Wink Stella and some glycerin. And I've been using this. My friends have used it. My class people have used it. And it's lasted since maybe May was when we first did it. It's been a hot minute. But I'm just about used up. It does really make your Stella go further. I'm just going to use my small dauber. I'm not going to put it everywhere. I'm going to kind of leave the part that has the lantern in the middle non-shimmered. I'll give this a second. And it's really hard to see in camera. It's something you got to do in person because you will fall in love with it. If you were a fan of our shimmery cardstocks before those got taken away, then you would love this. Then I am going to use my straight Wink Stella because I don't want to get shimmer all over the embossing. And this way I can leave a little bit of it that doesn't have shimmer just around the edges. So it looks a little bit more like the candlelight. Then, so on the first, well, I can't even say on the first. On one of my many variations of the card, I did not use gold. And then when I went to put the ribbon on, the ribbon has gold in it. And that's why I went back to, because this was still white, towards pretty much the end. But I liked the way that this then is going to match our ribbon just in a second. So the ribbon that they get this month in Card Club is the Blackberry Gold. I'm just going to tie a bow. Maybe you can tie a bow. There we go. This ribbon ties really pretty, and it will tape onto your card or glue onto your card really nicely. A lot of the times I do the ones that wrap around. I think it just keeps them on a little bit more stable when they're being mailed and put in envelopes. But this ribbon is bulky enough that you can actually tape it. So let's get all this on here now. Just gonna, part of the reason also I didn't put any in the middle is when it's not dry, it takes it a little bit longer for your adhesive to stick. And I don't care that it has a little bit of movement. It would get smushed in a card, so it would be flat. But I like the way that kind of looks like it's moving up. Take this on top of my candle while it sets. And I'm just going to take my fine tip glue and make a little spray of winter leaves. All nice and frosty. I'm not ready for that yet, but you know, it's coming. They all go the same direction. There is another die that is just kind of the stems. And then there's one that has the tiny little berries. And I did cut them out on my first card. In fact, I can see them still on the table. When I pulled them off, I tried to save the card I was working on. I just didn't have the patience for them yesterday. And then I really needed to go get the adhesive sheets for the berries. So again, in Card Club, we will probably use that. And I will send you a little sheet of adhesive backing if you do the bonus. But I wasn't feeling it yesterday. And I started with 2 of these, and it just, you might as well not bother because they're hard to see when you just do 2. So then I did 4, and I was like, no, it really needs a bunch. So I often use my blocks to do that. I'll stick this back on. But it helps push them down and hold the glue to dry. Take this, and I'm actually going to, you could use glue. The fine tip glue doesn't work so well on it. Which side's the prettier side? I think this way. So I am just going to actually use my Seal Plus. And if you're doing it, wait a second till your shimmer dries. And also be careful when you lay it down, because where it sticks is where it's going to be. Oh, it looks like it's pretty good. And then the embellishments they get this month, obviously match the paper because they're part of the suite, are the Regal foiled adhesive back dots. So I am just going to use them in the colors on the paper. So I'm going to use the Moonlight and the Blackberry. And then the little places where I was going to stick the berries that come as dies, I'm just going to cover, they have berries on these little leaves. Let's see where the little berries are. So I'm just going to add 3 of the blue and 2 of the blackberry and let those be my berries. Because sometimes when you don't got the patience or you don't have the time, that happens, huh? When you need a card and you need to leave to go to wherever you need to take the card. The whole thing off. That's easily fixed though. I can see where it came from. There's glue on my paper. All of this with just 1 more minute of dry time makes a huge difference. And then I did also do this on my other one. So I just took this and kind of put it up near the bow and then in between some of the leaves. You can't see it, it will dry clear. You don't want a ton of it, you don't want to glob it on, but it also helps hold it on there. And then on my other one I did, once it was all finished, I added just a little bit more shimmer so I could get kind of up close too. And the smoky slate paper looks really pretty with the shimmer on it. Makes it look a little bit more silver. So here's this one. And then let me show you the one that's all the way dry. So everything is stuck on this one. Nothing's gonna fall off. Isn't it pretty? So if you're interested in Card Club, you can go to my website. If you join my email, then I am always sending out updates about the current month, the coming months, past months. If you join my team right now in October, back to what month is it? There is a great sign-up special that Stampin' Up's having, but my team members get all of the video tutorials for everything I do. So they get to always see. They can also be part of the Card Club if they want this stuff cut up and mailed to them. But they get to see it, all of the stuff. So take a second and look over that sign-up special because you get a lot of free stuff with it. Everybody have a great day. Bye.